I just think any war, any conflict, I don't care what it is, eventually the press always gets bad. I think the press always gets bad. The country always loses. We don't want their kids there. Let's get out. What are we there for? That's what a lot of people asked the longer that we're there. The second question is, can we actually solve the problems in Afghanistan? Because it doesn't seem like we're making any progress to me, or I think a lot of people on both sides of the aisle. But I thought yesterday's, I thought that was a more horrific story, and yeah, it got more attention than other stories have. But I think anytime anybody dies, it's a bad story, and we ought not be there.
Tony?
Well, I agree with the observation that there clearly is always going to be a double standard. Our troops are held to a very high level of scrutiny anytime they do something wrong, much higher than if it's done to them. So in that respect, I totally agree. I think Secretary Panetta actually had the best answer, and he really was very candid in saying, look, war is hell. And this was a lone gunman who did something wrong, and he's going to be brought to justice. And let this be an incident that we keep within the boundary of what it is and not begin to try to read into it as some sort of time to move out of Afghanistan. Obviously, our troops have trauma. This soldier has been deployed to Iraq 3 times. This is his 4th deployment. There is, without a doubt, once the story is written, going to be some sort of post-traumatic stress disorder, some sort of depression or other mental health issue. Let's focus maybe on that angle as well, not necessarily try to create a policy off of this one incident.
I think you're so right about that. And what Panetta said, and the thing about war is hell, like, well, that sounds, well, okay, I'm watching it on TV. War is hell. I hear all about it. It's hell. It actually is hell. And the fog of war for anybody who has to serve, I mean, imagine going to bed every night not knowing if you're going to wake up in the morning, or not knowing if your good friend is going to get shot in the head right next to you the very next day because it happened yesterday. That's what everybody who ever serves goes through, and I don't think we give enough credit, one, to people who do that, who put themselves in harm's way for us, not just for a day or a week or a month, but for years. And 2, the psychological ramifications of it for absolutely anybody who served in a combat zone. It's hell, for real.